Welcome to the Renaissance Achiever with Sarah Fui. I am traveling right now. As you can see, if you're watching the video, I am in a hotel room. I do not have my fancy mic, so I hope the audio is okay, but this is me showing up messy, showing up regardless. Today, I want to talk about how to properly use affirmations. You hear about affirmations so much in the self-help industry right now, and I think they're great, but I think a lot of people are turned off by them because they just feel really cheesy and awkward, and they're not really sure how effective they are. And I will say the way that a lot of people are using affirmations, it's not really helpful. Like, it's nice that you're saying nice things to yourself, but it's not going to help you in the way that you want it to by rewiring the neural pathways that are used to thinking the negative thought. And I'll explain that a little bit more. So this comes up a lot in the clients I work with. They're like, oh, I tried affirmations. I didn't like it, or it didn't work for me, or I've been saying this one, but why do I still struggle with this? Most people, when they are trying to decide on what affirmations they should say, they go to Google and they say, give me a list of affirmations. And so they look at this generic list and they say, I like that one. I'm beautiful because I really struggle with my self-image. I like I'm brave because I don't feel brave. So I want to feel brave. So let me use that one, right? And they go through all the things that they want to be and they want to embody, and they choose those affirmations. So they're over here saying, I'm brave, I'm beautiful, I'm confident, but that's not really how they feel. And so when they say that out loud, the little voice inside their head says, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're ugly. You're not confident. Everyone hates you. You look so stupid. What are you doing? Right? All that negative chatter comes up because you don't really believe what you're saying. So every time you're saying this positive affirmation, instead of reinforcing a positive belief about yourself, you're actually reinforcing the negative belief, because every time you say it, it's like you trigger yourself and you say, that's not true. That's a lie. No, I'm not. You see what I mean? So you're actually reinforcing the negative pattern. So when you create positive affirmations, it is very important that you strategically use wording that you believe is true, that feels true, that resonates in your body, that you can, when you hear it, you can say, yeah, that's true. I like that. I feel good in that. Instead of, that's not me. That's not true. So if somebody is struggling with body dysmorphia and they really feel they're ugly and they say, I'm beautiful, that's going to be triggering because that's not true. They don't feel beautiful. But what if instead we could take the negative focus on our body away from appearance and instead focus on what we are grateful for with our body? So instead of saying, I'm beautiful, the positive affirmation might be something like, I'm grateful for my healthy body. I'm grateful that I have good health. And every time I hear that, I can say, yeah, I am grateful that I have good health. Notice how I'm not even talking about appearance because that's something I'm really struggling with right now. But I can vibe with my health. And so I'm switching that negative narrative from I hate my body to I'm thankful that my body is healthful. It's healthy. And so that's how you slowly transition negative thoughts to positive thoughts. And you repeat that affirmation over and over. I'm thankful that my body is healthy. I'm thankful that my body is healthy. You write it down, you say it out loud, and there is extra power in bringing your thoughts into the 3D world. So when it's in your thought, it's still in spirit form, right? But when you speak the word out loud, when you write it down, you are putting it into creation, and it has so much more power to it, and also strengthens that neural pathway even more. So that's why it is important to say it out loud or write it down rather than just think it. And the thing with positive affirmations is that our brains are going to automatically go to the thoughts that they're most used to thinking. And so if this new thought is something that you're not really used to yet, it's important for you to practice it often, even when you're not having a negative thought. So that when you do have a negative thought, your brain says, oh, wait, I practiced this. This is what I say, right? Otherwise, it's not going to remember. It's going to go back to default mode, to your old negative patterns. So I always advise clients, repeat the positive affirmations in the morning, repeat them at night, write them down. And it's very helpful to habit stack. So if you have a hard time remembering your affirmations, attach it to something that you're already doing every day. Like I brush my teeth every morning. So every morning after I brush my teeth, I look in the mirror and I say my 3 positive affirmations. Or every time I'm stopped at a red light in traffic, I'm going to say my positive affirmations. Use a trigger in your daily life that's already there to help you remember to use your positive affirmations. So, 2 important components: make sure your affirmation you are using is believable to you when you say it and it resonates. Make sure that you're repeating it often, even when you're not feeling negative, so that when you do feel negative, the thought comes up. And most definitely, when your negative patterns arise, as they will, right? The intrusive thought pops in, oh, I hate my body. Then you say, wait a second, and you pause and you say, that's not true. I'm so thankful for my health. I'm so thankful that my body is healthy, right? And you plug that in, and it's a process. It's a process to unlearn the negative and rewire to the positive. So repetition is important. One of my favorite things is to sit down with someone and go back and forth and really dig into the wording that sits right with them. So it takes time. It's not going to be some generic affirmation on a list on the internet, because it's wording that's really like the way you would speak, the way that you feel and believe. So, for example, it could be the subtle difference between the words, the choices I make, or the life I create. Those are 2 similar concepts, but just wording it differently is going to vibe with someone differently than the other one. So be really particular about the way you word things. So the way you do this for yourself is you write down, what are the common negative thoughts that come up about myself or about life or about my job, whatever your negative repeating thoughts are that you're like, I'm sick of this, I don't want to keep thinking this. Write a list down of the most common ones. Then next to that list, you take it one by one and you break it down and say, okay, what is something I could speak to on this that is positive? And then take your time to really find the right words that resonate with you. And if anybody is listening to this and they want help creating the perfect affirmation for them and their specific needs, but they're struggling to do that, reach out to me. Message me, DM me, email me. You can find me on Instagram, Sarah Fui Coaching, sarah@sarahfui.com for my email. And let me know, hey, Sarah, this is the negative self-talk I have. Can you help me create an affirmation that works for me? And it will definitely have to be like a conversation, a chat going back and forth to brainstorm ideas, and you being really honest about, I don't really like that, or yes, that's the one. And you're going to know when it's the one. You're going to be like, yeah, that feels good. So I would love to help you create your affirmations. That is how you use it correctly. Stop using blanket generic affirmations that you don't believe, because it's not helping you.